All wings report in.
HouseDog, standing by.
MotherGoose, standing by.
Lowtech Tuck, standing by.
Lock S foils in attack position. Animal Squadron ready for battle.
Well, hello there, and welcome back to the Animal Squadron podcast. I'm one of your hosts, HouseDog, and with me, he's finally returned, the man, the myth, the legend. After 2 weeks away, he has returned. MotherGoose.
What's up, everybody?
And glossing over him, and to my real co-host, the one that's always been there with me. He does a lot of work on this pod. Without him, it probably couldn't continue.
Real.
The one, the only, Lowtech Tuck.
Man, I don't even know what to do with myself after a compliment like that. What's up, everybody? I'm here. I barely fit in the room because my head's now so big, but that's all right.
It's not the only head I'm trying to make big.
Okay, nice. Right. Hey, I missed you guys. I'm glad we're all back together.
Yeah, I am too.
Nah, feeling's not mutual, but sure.
Okay, well,
it really feels like a family.
A little family with 3 dads.
It's like Nero and Colby. Feels like a family.
Today, we're talking about Tales of the Underworld, Cad Bane. But before we get into it, I have some news for you boys. Some exciting news.
Yeah?
You're getting the operation.
Yep.
To make your penar smaller because it's so big.
Finally getting that penar reduction surgery.
I mean, hey, that'll probably be good for your back, so...
I know, it's really weighing me down.
Yeah, no,
I mean, I liked the scoliosis because of the payoff of what it was, but it was hard to see you in pain all the time.
Real. Why do you think I'm always sitting down?
I would be too.
It's like an episode of South Park over here.
Real.
Yep.
But there's an up-and-coming podcast, I guess, database or ranking site called Million Podcast.
And out of the million, we're 1 million.
Let's go! No, they just did a ton of rankings on podcasts, and they're not very large right now, but we did make some charts, so I thought I'd share the numbers with you.
Please do.
Will this bring more business inquiries?
Maybe. So, for Star Wars podcasts, we ranked 100 out of 100.
Hey, we're on the list. We're on the list.
There we go. We're on the list.
And then for sci-fi podcasts, we actually ranked 93 out of 100.
Yeah, suck it, the other 7.
I don't know how that lines up, but suck it, everybody else.
Right?
Suck it, the
and
7 people under us.
For Mandalorian podcasts, we ranked 15 out of 100. Which
How
is
that
really
possible?
Weird because we didn't finish reviewing the show.
Yo, dude, that's awesome.
And Mandalorian has been sprinkled in like just randomly throughout the years.
Here and there, yeah.
But I guess
know.
all those episodes are bangers, I suppose.
They are.
Time to review and see how many everybody was all together and who was on the most during those episodes and pit each other against each other.
A Mandalorian fight to the death, you say?
This is the way.
Can I bring out the swarm of bees or whatever it's called?
And that's why we are the number 15 ranked Mandalorian podcast, because Tuck doesn't remember whistling birds.
Yeah, swarm of bees is close enough.
Oh, I thought he was referencing the D&D podcast where I gave my players bee grenades, but
not everything's about you.
Know?
Not everything's about you. We're not talking about your other stupid podcast. We're talking about our stupid podcast that is ranked 100 out of 100.
But wait, we are a conglomerate, and they are actually our other podcasts as well.
Yeah. We're one unified team.
Mooka, we're partners in the same corporation, so...
I've known about this Million Podcast thing for weeks, and I've been so excited to tell you boys, but I kept not being able to be on the show, so...
Yeah.
Very happy to finally share.
Well, hey, man.
I think you were withholding information on purpose.
I think those results are decent. I'm okay with them. I think we can do better, but I'm okay with
I think
Yeah.
I'm going to put you back in the basement for your malfeasance.
Work! Get us higher on the list. Zap, zap, zap.
Yeah, why are we number 15 in Mandalorian and 100 in Star Wars? Okay.
We made the list.
Also,
So the
I'm
question
very curious
is-
what their metrics are. Like, how do they measure it?
Yeah, I have no clue. If it's rating, if it's number of episodes, hours listened, who knows?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well,
though.
are you boys ready to talk about Cad Bane?
I guess maybe we'll be number 1 in the Cad Bane episode category.
Hell yeah.
We're going
Next
for
year,
it.
that's what we're swinging for.
We're going for it.
This year was number 15 in Mandalorian. Next year's number 1 in a 3-episode arc of Cad Bane.
Let's go.
Shooting for the moon, people.
Okay, so I think out of the 2 arcs we got, Cad Bane is probably my favorite of the 2.
Way better.
I think for me, it was probably like with the Ventress arc, I really liked seeing the Dark Disciple part, like at the very beginning. And I liked the rest of it, but I think I agree with Mac, actually. I think Cad Bane was the clear winner of the 2, in my opinion.
Yeah.
For this season of Tales of, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm at the point where I would say, like, at least for me personally, a clear winner or way better, but I definitely would say better. I think that Cad Bane actually tells a self-contained story that sets up his arc in the Clone Wars much better than what Asajj's story was, which just kind of felt like a middle place that hasn't gone anywhere yet.
And Cad's had a clear beginning, middle, and end. We truly got a 3-chapter story.
Yeah. Well, do we want to go episode by episode again?
Sure.
That's fine. These are short little episodes. They're easy to knock out.
Yeah.
Episode 1 of Cad Bane or episode 4 is The Good Life.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you thought you were going to get to say the title, didn't you? Well, you didn't.
Well,
You've
I
been gone
didn't
for
know
2
it.
weeks. So
Because
we've had to make some changes here on the pod. Some
Well-
people have to pull more weight than others, while other people just sit around looking at charts all day and watching Andor
Hey.
by themselves.
you know what? Next time we get recognition, I'm not telling you.
Well, you tell.
I'm telling
No.
Tuck.
Oh, okay,
when
yeah.
it's just us.
That's all I want.
You did a great job last episode. I just wanted to tell you.
You can just send me a
thank you.
text
I appreciate it.
with whatever information and then just put the lock emoji and the key emoji, and I won't tell anyone.
Barack Obama said we're really cool. Lock and key.
You for real, dude?
Not yet.
I'll
but
never
maybe. That's
say
the
a thing.
goal.
I'll never say a thing.
That's the plan.
Consider this an NDA if you put those 2 emojis, dude. Yep,
Hell yeah.
I got you. Let alone, you said that when we're live on the air, but I'm not gonna tell a soul. So
Yeah, just between me and Tucker, not Mac, who's also on the call.
What?
Exactly. But yeah, we get to see young Cad. What did you guys think?
I like the way they set up his story. I think if Cad came from like a nice home or something, it wouldn't make sense of who he winds up being as one of the most like notorious bounty hunter gangsters in the galaxy. Having him as sort of living this Aladdin-esque life in episode 1, I thought was really interesting. And just, I really like the way they did this overall of Cad has always had that outlaw Josie Wales or, good, the bad, and the ugly Clint Eastwood feel to him. Mm-hmm. And I like how they brought in the explanation to that with Laszlo.
Yeah.
yeah. And I like too how the town was modern, but it still had a really Western feel to it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it was a hood, but it was a hood out west. I don't know. There's no other way I can describe it. But
You mean
Yeah.
the Wild West?
kinda, yeah. I mean, like there was cars and there was like crime and violence and stuff, but like there were but it was still kind of Western, like even including their law enforcement is a marshal and deputies.
Yeah.
It just had like a really Western feel, even though it was somewhat more modern than like a cowboy movie. Yeah.
It's very Firefly-esque.
Yeah.
For anyone who's
And
watched that series.
And like pistol twirls that look like an actor that was trained by what's his name? Norwegian guy who trained all the Hollywood stars for the spaghetti westerns.
Yes.
I want to say it was Nudie. Something Nudie was his last name. But anyways, like, I mean, it looked...
Shout out Nudie.
It looked like that. Like, it looked like, you know, spaghetti western gunplay, which is kind of cool, too. So,
Yeah.
Which, this is kind of overall, like, all 3 episodes, but I really like talking about just the town specifically, that we get to see this town progress. Like, it is a much better place to live in episode 3 than what we see here in episode 1.
yeah.
And yeah, that world building is nice to see in such a short time in 3 episodes. Like, the way episode 1 read to me was like, it's like Aladdin meets Charlie and the Chocolate Factory meets Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, or Outlaw Josie Wales, or any cowboy Clint Eastwood film, was how it kind of felt to me. I don't know. I may be going off on nothing.
No, I think that's a good pull. And then I wanted to talk about the candy they were eating. It looks so good.
Oh,
give me some of that.
The crunchies? Yeah, dude.
Yeah, give me
crunchies?
some crunchies.
Yeah, that's what they call them. They call them crunchies, just like Mom used to make.
Well, they
Just
have
like
the
Mom used to make.
Yeah, they have the crunchies, and then they also have the like popcorn style thing that we've seen in Bad Batch. I forget what it's called. It's called like not Meteor Mix. That's a real thing, I think. I forget what they call it in Bad Batch.
I forgot that was in Bad Batch.
Yeah. Her and Wrecker always eat it after missions.
Right.
I'm sorry, this is just like a random thing. What'd y'all think about the shopkeep owner putting the coin in his mouth and sucking on it?
It's kind of gross.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you know, like testing it like it was gold, like that makes sense, like biting it. But with the type of alien he is,
He was slobbing on that coin.
It was really disturbing. Really disturbing for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't want to ever see that again.
I only want to see that again.
What do you guys think was behind his shop? Do you think it was a gambling ring? Do you think it was a bar?
No, it was a gambling den for sure.
That's what I was thinking too. But
Yeah, well,
I just wanted to get
in
your
the subtitle,
thoughts.
in the subtitles, it even calls it a casino.
Oh well,
Yeah,
screw
that
me
character's
for
called
not
like
reading, I guess.
no, the character's called like casino owner or something. If
Yeah.
you weren't watching with subtitles, you wouldn't know.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. Some of us like to read our shows.
And you know what? That's valid. What did you think of what is Cad Bane's species? I'll look that up. But the guy that takes them in.
I believe they're Duros.
Yeah, the Duro. Can't remember his name either.
Laszlo?
What do you think about? Is it Laszlo?
That's
What's his friend's name?
Oh,
His
no,
friend
it's
is Nero.
Nero.
Nero. Okay, sorry. I got those two confused. Yes, what did you think of Laszlo?
I really like the setup here. I like how you can see Cad Bane in him, and I like how you can, without even knowing how long this character is going to stick around for, which, spoiler alert, it's about 10 minutes before we don't see him anymore. But just the few shots we get of him and his mannerisms and everything, you're like, oh, this is who Cad bases his entire life on.
Yeah, he was the father figure he always wanted.
Yeah.
I don't know if wanted, but I think it's the one he wound up with.
Well, he always wanted one, and then this guy
Yeah.
happened to be there and
Yeah.
became it, you know, like...
Right.
Yeah, but like the whole idea of Colby and Nero is like the duality of how life can go.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Colby had gone, or if Nero had gone instead of Colby, like it could have been the other way around, or possibly different.
Yeah, it might have been different, but I really do think it probably would have ended up being very similar of a story.
Right, which is like another, take on like Prince and the Pauper, or another classic tale. Which I always like when Star Wars does that, but it's not overtly what it is. Like just a point of one, but like the Wizard of Oz episode. That I don't think that was a lot of people's favorite. I thought it was a fun little tale to go off on, but I could see why it wouldn't be.
Yeah, I actually just watched that one. If it's the right one I'm thinking of, like a week ago, it was okay.
Well, I think they go like Wizard of Oz and then a couple other like classic stories.
What is it, Gilligan's Island, where he's really big and the people are small? Am I thinking of the right one?
No.
Yeah, I think that's right.
It's not Gilligan's Island. Stop it.
Wait, but it's Gilligan's something. It's not Gilligan's Island, but it's Gilligan's, man, a couple of references this episode that are going to bother me big time. The Hollywood gun trainer and now Gilligan. Maybe is it Gillian, maybe?
Oh, Gulliver's Travels.
Gulliver's Travels,
I knew it had a G name.
that was going to make me sick if I couldn't remember it.
So, bring us back to this episode, though. It was so sad in the end when the boys got separated.
Oh, yeah.
It was. But I also before they go on the job, Nero tries to talk Colby out of it, and he's like, we should not get involved with this guy, and it's only, 5 coins that we're making. And Colby's like, yeah, you're right, we probably shouldn't do this, and then immediately turns around and is like, we'll do it for 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. And also a total Colby move. Silly Colby.
Silly
Crazy
Colby.
guy.
Sure
Well,
hope
that
he
and,
doesn't turn into a dangerous bounty hunter one day.
Right.
Well, then I like Laszlo's reaction to it, though, the most. Of just that, little side Cad Bane smile that we get, with the toothpick in his mouth, and he's like, this kid's going places.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I liked kind of how it was a little bit of a foreshadowing, because Colby says we'll do it for 10, shows that he's a little greedy, like he's willing to do things for money that Nero wouldn't necessarily think about.
Yeah.
And I think that follows them their whole lives.
Yeah.
Episode 2?
Yeah, episode 2. Milky, what's it called? What's it titled?
It is called A Good Turn.
Yep. I'm noticing a good pattern.
Well, they
These
were
good
a bunch of good
episodes.
episodes.
They were a bunch of good episodes.
This guy
yeah.
gets it.
Hey, he had a banger last week.
Did I?
Yeah.
What did I say?
On
What did I
the-
say? I don't know.
On the racist old man episode, you slipped the title into the into something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He slipped it into the conversation. It was really good.
That's why we're
Yeah,
ranked 100, baby.
I say a lot of things, man. I don't know. I'm just here. I just work here, man. That's it.
Listen here, boys. We're going to be at number 1 one day. Mark my words.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
And we'll be able to write a very angry letter to that podcast rating.
How dare you not see our potential?
That's right.
15 in Mandalorian? Are you kidding me?
Maybe it's because we've done 15 episodes.
Was that
just
15
kidding.
out of 15 or?
We're at 13 out of 24, so we're over halfway there, baby.
Oh, I was talking about the ranking.
Oh, no, out of 100.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Okay, episode 2, though. What did you guys think?
I liked it for a middle chapter. I think it built more upon why Cad Bane is who he is and why he does what he does. Mm-hmm. And I think it gives him less of a villain arc and more of a humanizing arc.
Yeah.
As compared to who we see him as in Clone Wars. And even
Right.
Book of Boba Fett of like, I can see why this guy went down this road and became this person.
Yeah. Well, and jumping on that too, that's kind of what I was thinking a little bit. Like, this is just another tragedy that if something didn't, like, if this didn't happen exactly how it happened, Cad Bane could have been a completely different person.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably still would have been, part of this gang in some form, but probably would not have been the ruthless bounty hunter that he becomes.
Right. And I do like how in the beginning of this episode, we get the classic Cad Bane voice and like the southern outlaw thing that he has going on. I mean, I get that in episode 1, you can't do that with a child. You can't have him make have a deep, gravelly voice and sounding like he's from a spaghetti western. But I was like, okay, cool. Episode 2, this is, I think they played that the right way, which how now here in episode 2, you're like, this is Cad Bane. Obviously, he's changed his name to Cad instead of Colby and all of those sort of things, but just little character traits that help you move this character along.
Right. Right. I think so. This is a little later in the episode, but the shot where it's him and the sheriff and the burning, like it's a wide shot of them with their guns pointed at each other, or they're standing ready to shoot, and the building is burning in the background. So good. One of my favorite shots, I think, in Star Wars.
Very good one. I can go back to an earlier moment.
Yeah.
What did you guys think about Cad hugging Nero?
Well, I thought it was a natural thing. I mean, could you imagine not seeing someone and like thinking that someone got locked up and maybe even dead for 20 years of your life, and then you see them and they're your best friend of all time, and you realize that they're okay? You know, I completely support the hug. I think that makes total sense.
I don't think the Cad we see in Clone Wars would have done that, but I think for who he is now, it makes perfect sense.
I agree too.
Well, yeah, because I mean, like, he's not hardened yet.
Yeah, he doesn't make that switch yet until episode 3.
I think it's really important to have moments like this to show that he hasn't had that switch yet.
And I like how they also, because it's a few seconds before he hugs Nero, is we continually go back to the candy shop / gambling den in episode 1, and we keep going back there throughout the arc. Is kind of that connecting point throughout the whole story of like, this is where everything started, this is how we got to where we were. I like that they made the connecting point throughout the whole story a physical place of something that you could turn to and see. So I like that part.
Yeah
Me too.
Oh, also Laszlo's dead. That's what spurs him to go back to the planet, which I don't know if this planet is the Duros homeworld, because there is quite a few of them here.
There are, yes.
Yeah, like at first, just being Tales of the Underworld, I was thinking it was going to be Coruscant, but it's not Coruscant. I mean, it doesn't look like it. There's not near enough humans on it.
Yeah.
To be Coruscant.
I'm glad you said that too, because I think, I won't speak for everyone, but in my personal, I thought we were going to be on Coruscant for these 2 stories.
Yeah, because whenever I hear Underworld, I mean, that's where I think of. Yeah.
Right. But I'm kind of glad it wasn't Coruscant, because, I mean, there's crime all across the galaxy.
Yeah, and like we've already been to the Coruscant Underworld a couple of times. Not all the way down, but at least like the lower mid levels and stuff. So, I support it.
R.I.P. to Star Wars 1313. You'll never be
Yeah.
forgotten.
I looked it up. The Duro's home planet is literally just called Duro, so this might be it. I'm not sure, but that's its planet name. What did you guys think of his girlfriend, whose name I also can't remember?
Aaron.
A-R-I-N. Aaron. In this episode, I think they got together because they happened to be about the same age, and it was a matter of convenience at the start.
I don't know. I kind of feel like this is another one of those story points where it makes sense for Cad to have loved someone in his past. To like have that theme where it's like he's loved once, he can never love again.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, for him to be as hardened and tough as he is, like, he has to have been hurt in multiple ways. In fact, like, he has to have been destroyed a couple of times.
Yeah, which,
in order to feel that way, in order to actually go cold.
We
Yeah.
see that in this episode. He loses his father figure. He loses this fight. His girlfriend betrays him, and he gets put in prison. And it's a lot to happen.
By his best friend.
All in one day. Yeah.
Not the best day.
I thought she was an interesting inclusion to the story. This is one of those things that I think Tales gets hurt by in its like 3-episode, 15-minute episode format. I would have really liked to have seen this relationship been fleshed out a little more.
But you just don't have that kind of time.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, maybe that's why originally I said that I think they're together as a matter of convenience. Maybe it's just it feels that way because it's so quick. I don't know.
Yeah, at like half the episode, I was sitting there like, okay, are they trying to build a relationship here, or are they just friends? And then I was like, oh, wait, I guess they're already together. My bad.
Well, yeah, like I mean, a lot of it seemed friendly, like the way that they talked to each other. It wasn't really like romantic.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know Aaron was a woman for like a minute.
Yeah, until she talked.
Yeah, until Aaron talked,
Yeah.
I thought that was Nero, and you can kind of tell it's a female of the species. And I was like, maybe you just can't tell whenever they're young, you know.
Yeah.
And then somehow Nero got back with Colby later in life, and then I figured out it was a woman, and I was like, oh, okay.
yeah.
Another great shot that I thought to go with Elijah's was whenever Cad's once again standing in front of the candy store before he starts the fire to draw everything out, and he sees his younger self in the reflection of the glass. I thought that was just pure storytelling right there.
And he shoots him in the head.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The like Clone Wars art style has just continually got better, and I think it really peaks here in these Tales episodes because, I mean, they don't have to worry about animating 20 to 30-minute episodes. You know, they can use the budget more efficiently on these shorter episodes.
No, I think we should take it back to the Clone Wars movie that set everything in motion. I think it
Yes.
should still look like that.
Yeah.
Like I've talked about, my sister and I have been watching it in chronological order. So I did rewatch the Clone Wars movie recently, and yes, most of it's pretty bad, but every once in a while there was a shot where I was like, okay, George, I see you had the vision. You knew what this could be. And you know what? It paid off.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, into a whole like sub franchise of his franchise. Just imagine like just that animation style, how much money that has made him
Real.
over the past like few years. Yeah.
He's always ahead of the curve, man. I mean, he created Pixar. In a roundabout way.
Yeah.
And like
yeah.
almost all of our modern sound techniques and stuff.
Well, modern theaters in general.
Yeah.
Shout out to our boy.
George, get us ranked higher, please.
Are you you guys ready to
Just
move to
one-
episode 3?
One little commercial, George. That's all we're asking. One little interview.
Shout us out, my mans.
Yeah, just before we get to episode 3, what do you think about one of Aaron's last lines about, you know, her trying to, before Cad faces down Nero, before he realizes he doesn't have the gun, she's like, don't do this. We have a future.
I liked it. I did think it made it a little too obvious that she was pregnant. What did you boys think?
Well, so for me,
That was
whenever
my
she said-
question, really, was like,
What-
could you
yeah.
tell she was pregnant?
For me at first, I just thought she was saying we have a future, like, don't do this, I love you, I don't want you to be in prison.
Yeah.
But I think based on the next episode, like, I think that this was her trying to tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't say this when we first started on episode 2. I think this is my favorite episode. Before we move to 3, I'm out of the whole arc, I think 2 is my favorite.
Yeah, 3 was my favorite, just because you guys know me, man. I'm a sucker for emotion. And 3 really brings the emotion, I feel like.
Yeah.
It does bring it home. But what about Cad Bane setting down like one of the hardest lines right at the end of the episode before we fade to black? Where he's walking away in custody and Nero hits him with the, well, you got your revenge. I hope it was worth it. Then we just get that little Cad Bane peek up and it will be.
Yeah.
That was pretty. That
was pretty hard.
awesome. Yeah, it was. That was. Our man.
Cad Bane's just that guy. As
is
Tuck
that
would
guy.
say, he's got that dog in him.
He do
Got
have that
dog
in him.
in him.
Ow, ow.
Yeah.
He is that dog.
I don't know why this made me think about it, but now that we have this, we pretty much have most of Cad's life from here all the way to where he dies in Book of Boba Fett.
Hey, we don't know if he's dead.
We at least have the big chunks of
Yeah.
his life anyway. Like, we know pretty much what happened, yeah.
People have come back from worse.
That is true. That is very true. As much as I love him as a character, I do hope he stays dead. We're getting to a point where death means nothing in Star Wars, and I really don't want us to cross that line.
I mean, somehow Palpatine returned, so why can't Cad Bane?
Yeah, I don't know.
Cad doesn't have a cult trying to bring him back, though.
I would. I am. I'm starting it right now. Join me, my friends.
Sorry, what were you going to say, Tukey?
I was just saying, like, I really don't want Star Wars to become Marvel,
Yeah.
where it's just, who cares? He'll be back
cares?
next movie. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Or we'll bring him back in another universe or something. We'll make him live somehow.
Good job,
You know,
Tuck. Now you've pissed off
not my
Marvel. They'll
favorite.
never give us a deal.
I don't
swear,
know.
This guy
And
has
they're both owned by Disney. We're getting canceled.
This
No!
guy has the business acumen of a squirrel.
I mean, honestly, man, if you give me their contact info, I will call them and tell them all this myself.
You know
So,
what? You
it's all
stand
good.
on business, Tucker, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. In worst case scenario, you guys can just fire me and take the deal. So
Hey, I would never.
Yeah.
This ship,
no, Mac, I want you to. You got to be strong.
this
Good idea.
ship
You gotta be strong for
sails
Elijah.
or sinks together.
There's escape pods.
Nah, man, if you take that deal, I just want a little bit of a lump sum because I'm getting you the attention to get this deal
The
together.
buyout.
That's all
The
I'm asking.
buyout. Yep.
Just give me a little buyout, just a little money. And that's it. Yeah.
Well, episode 3, Milky. Hit us with that title.
One good deed.
One good deed. I've
Good title.
watched these multiple times. I did not realize that good was in the title for all of them.
Oh, really?
It never clicked. Good shout, boys. Thank you.
You know what's funny too? Like, speaking of like just having no the first 2 episodes, I thought they were the same title. I didn't even realize they were different. And so I looked, I was like, oh wait, those are different.
To be fair,
Hey.
I thought the exact same thing today while I was watching them. I was like, am I watching the next episode? Is this the same one?
Did I accidentally hit replay?
And then like as soon as it ended, I was like, oh, that's what they did. Got it.
So this is the only episode I think I have major complaints with.
Really?
Yeah, overall I really like it. Just to be clear.
Crucify him. Crucify him.
Well, no, I'm genuinely curious. Like, I mean, let's just start with your beef.
Nah,
Yeah,
Tuck, I
I
think
figured-
Elijah's a
Let's
clanker,
just-
and you know what we do to clankers around here.
Let's just get it in the air.
You mean
that
rip
way,
their tin skin right off them?
That's right.
Mac, you got him started. Remember this.
Those glasses had them red eyes, boy. I know what you're doing. You're on the wrong moisture farm now, son.
So, the
You bucket of bolts, clanker. Yeah. All right. I was trying to hold it back. I couldn't stop. Sorry.
no, it's okay. Just had to give you your time to get it out.
I appreciate it.
Multiple background characters talk about how evil Cad is and how he's coming for Nero, and it just feels very on the nose and feels very repetitive. Like, we already have so little screen time in these episodes. It just kind of, I didn't enjoy having the threat of the episode be repeated so many times throughout the episode.
I can definitely see your point in that. I think it's part of the spaghetti western that is Cad Bane, because if you notice, time does take a little bit of a like focal point in this episode.
Yeah.
Where, you know, we get Nero looking at his watch, the time on the holo screen of when Cad's arriving, and all the townspeople warning him, and it just goes to the shootout that will happen at high noon, because that's when his transport comes in, is at noon.
Right.
And
right.
also, it's high noon, like a western.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
there's-
that was what they were going with there, was that this impending doom is coming. It's 11 o'clock now. Later, the deputy looks at the time. It's gone from 11 to 20, or 11:20 to 11:21. And just this impending doom is coming at 12 o'clock, which is
Yeah.
when all things happen in the Westerns, you know.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I agree with Mac. I think like they were just trying to lean really hard into the Western thing.
Vibe. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And again, I still really enjoyed the episode. I just think it kind of weakened it compared to the other two for me just a little.
So are you saying you hate Westerns?
Yeah, I hate Westerns, and I hate Cad Bane, and you know what? Actually, because of this one specific tiny little issue, I hate Star Wars. All like the whole franchise. It's dumb,
dropped the
stupid
bomb.
poo-poo. Sorry, not poo-poo. Poo-doo. My bad.
Now this
Even
guy's
use Star Wars
cursing at
curse
us.
words. Yeah.
I think his processor's gone haywire, Tuck.
And if it ain't, I'll make it go haywire.
I'll rip that processor right out the back of that dome you got on you, boy. That chrome dome metal circuitry.
Let's turn his red eyes dark and silent. How about that?
That's right.
The like generated preview that it does for us is just going to be you guys yelling robot slurs, isn't it?
We can only hope.
Yeah. And also, as the guy who gets to write the ad, I'm definitely going to do that, yeah.
Our ad, it's just going to be
Yeah, I mean, I get full creative license, so.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair.
Yep.
Well, what did you guys think of the episode?
I liked it. I liked the idea of the impending doom coming and it being Cad Bane. I think it worked well that everybody was worried about him coming. He somehow, got out on a, basically like a plea bargain or something, or, there was a clerical error and now he's out.
No, it was a technicality. They said,
Yeah.
Like
And
it was an
now,
accident. Yeah.
now he's out and coming and everybody's warning Nero, who has now become the marshal, that, you're the one that put him away. He's coming for you. Just James is coming back to town and you're number one on the wanted list, bud. Like you're donezo. And then I think that what helps reinforce the idea of this is a spaghetti Western being told in 3 episodes is, again, like what I said earlier, the beginning, middle, and end, and how they're very clearly defined, as well as how we go from the marshal has to go to the townspeople, and the townspeople are telling him what to do, and he's like, no, I can handle this, it's all going to be okay, to then the marshal going to the saloon because his old posse's back in town and things are getting crazy, and the posse member, makes him think he's going to make a jump on him, and the dialogue there I thought was awesome. Just that whole scene in general was great for me. And the
buys him one last drink and he pours it out.
that was great.
Yeah.
It was like very Tombstone-esque as well.
Oh, yeah.
And just the whole idea of that, the shot where Nero returns to the candy store again, but now it's just become like a concrete wall in the city with graffiti all over it. And just, again, keeping that the focal point of the story. And the 2 little kids running around the corner reminding him of what happened, and everybody worrying about Aaron and what Cad's going to do when he finds out.
Yeah.
And I like that his crew didn't lie to him because they knew, I think they knew what would happen if they lied to him, as well as they
100%.
want this moment to happen. Because Aaron was a part of the crew, and the old saying, no honor among thieves. But I really do think it goes back to what Laszlo said to Cad in the car whenever they get away from the first heist, and he says, welcome to the family.
Yeah.
I think that idea kind of sticks throughout.
And at the very least, like they're so afraid of him that they would never lie to him.
Yeah.
At the very least. But I think you're right, Mac. I agree with you.
Yeah, because these crew members, they lost Laszlo, Cad, and Aaron all on the same day.
And that one guy, one weird looking alien.
Yeah, the guy who looks like he wants to chew a metal.
Yeah. Only thing I don't like is, and it's actually in all 3 episodes, is the fact that the damn security force is run by a bunch of no good, rotten, rusting, scrapping clankers.
I don't know if I'd phrase it that way, but I do agree. It felt weird that there were so few like sentient species, living species, as a part of the force.
No, I ain't answering to no Clanker. Get them out of there.
Clanker ain't telling me when I can go home. I'll stay in this saloon all night if I want, till you rust.
Not tell me how fast I can go.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, elephant in the room, the child.
Yeah. Also, too, do you guys think Aaron's actually dead? Like, do you think that Nero was telling the truth?
I
Or do you
think
think
she's
he was
dead.
just trying to hide it? Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
I think the
I'm curious
town's
why.
people are. For me, it was just because they just seemed so genuine about what happened to her. So I don't think he could convince the whole town to get behind this. But maybe I'm wrong.
Well, yeah. And I guess, too, the other thing that makes sense is what I didn't think about before I spoke was he does have RoboCops take his son home every day.
Oh, instead of calling her? Yeah.
Because, if Aaron was around, I'm sure she would take him places.
Yeah.
That and Isaac, runs to the station at the beginning of the episode to see his dad. Like,
Yeah.
where's Aaron? That and the other point that I would say to that is the one scene right before Cad goes to meet Nero at the police station is the council was coming together and talking about things. And the one female Duro, she's like, what's Cad going to do whenever he finds out about Aaron? And then she's like, Isaac. And then it cuts to Cad walking down the street going to face off against Nero, which was another great cutaway scene that I thought was awesome. Mm-hmm. Which I also thought that Cad was going to have his lackeys go take Isaac.
Yeah.
And like hold him hostage against Nero.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I thought would happen, too. Yeah.
It was before he sets his two guys up in position and everything, and I was trying to work out how the episode would go, and I'd be like, if I was Cad, I would steal the child, hold him ransom so Nero would have to come face me out in the streets and gun him down.
But at this point, I don't think Cad knows about Isaac.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if his guys would give him some sort of intel or they would know where to apply the pressure or whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So something I really love about how this all plays out is how it parallels Anakin. In episode 6, he is redeemed through the love of his son, and Cad, on the other hand, abandons his son. And I think he does it in a sense of, well, these random people can give him a better life than I can, but he still abandons him regardless.
I mean, before he finds out that Isaac's his son and he's facing Nero, he's like, I'll take care of the kid. Before he knows.
Yeah, because it didn't matter if it was just some rando.
Well, I think actually he doesn't actually intend to take care of the kid. I think actually he's saying
it's like a
it's
dig
threat.
that he's gonna kill
It's a
him.
threat. Yeah. Yeah. No, I like this episode a lot.
I figured Isaac was his kid from the start because I was
Same.
doing the math here and I was like, Aaron's green, Nero's green. I don't know a whole lot about the Duro and how they work, but last time I checked my color chart, 2 greens does not make blue.
And we're very proud of you for knowing that, Mac.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's because I'm a free thinker, not like them damn clankers just listening to their binary code masters.
Yeah, know your facts. Know your facts.
Guys, if I cut out all the robo slurs, this is going to be like a 20-minute episodes.
That's why you gotta leave them in.
Well, is there anything else you guys have on this episode?
What do y'all think happens to Isaac? What's your loose cannon for what happens to Isaac later?
I think he follows in his adopted father's footstep and probably becomes sheriff at some point and lives a good life. Maybe he gets to grow old.
Dude, what if he becomes Marshal and he and Cad have to have a face-off at some point? But then Cad, in a moment of weakness, realizes who he is and can't kill him.
You know what?
That would be absolute cinema.
If
right
the
there.
cult of Cad Bane brought him back to die at his son's hand, you know what? Maybe that'd be okay.
The real hope is that Isaac has better gun skills than his adopted father, because that dude got mowed down.
And he didn't even hit him once. And he even shot before. He was the first one to shoot.
He was against Cad Bane, one of the best marksmen in the galaxy. So
the guy who's 20 feet away from you, just standing there, you can't hit him with a laser.
You
Come
know
on,
what?
man.
Good
They're
boy,
not lasers.
Dookie. Good boy.
They're different compressed gases, but okay.
How about you compress these nuts?
I'm glad you discovered TikTok for the first time.
I will
but-
after your surgery, and I knew that for years.
I know. I'm just messing with you too.
I'll kill you.
Well, I think for me, out of all the Tales arcs, I think I got to put it at number 2.
Let's guess what number 1 is.
Out of all of them.
Yeah, out of all of them. Number 1's Dooku. I ain't even gonna pretend.
Wow, really?
That's-
I thought you were going to
that's
say
fair.
Ahsoka.
No,
That's fair.
we've talked about this before, but I stand by this. Ahsoka's, as much as I liked the episodes, is the worst of the Tales arc for me, even currently with the 2 new ones, just because it doesn't feel connected in any way. I think it was great additions to her character, but the other 5 all tell a story, and I just feel like Ahsoka's doesn't.
Yeah, Ahsoka is the only one of all the Tales of arcs where I wish that they had chosen a different character.
Yeah.
I mean, they were good, but I
Yeah.
think if we had gotten another Jedi, I would have liked it more.
Yeah,
To be
'cause-
honest, just because Ahsoka, we already see her a ton,
right.
a ton. We know everything that happens to her.
And these were just kind of filling in gaps. Episode 1 was how they found out she was a Jedi. Episode 2 was her being trained on how she survives Order 66. And episode 3 is how she eventually joins the rebellion. All great stuff, but each episode was its own thing. And I really enjoy the rest of the tales, how they have a through line that connects them.
Well, I think we know what this means, gentlemen. I think we have to have a Tales of tournament this year.
Ooh, I'd be down.
I like it. A smaller big dance. I
A
like it.
smaller big dance.
A smaller one.
It's a middle school banquet.
Where would you guys rank Cad Bane out of the 6? You don't have to go through the whole list. Just a number for this one.
I'd definitely say top 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's top 3 for me
Without
as well.
without even thinking about the other ones, I would say at least top 3.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched the other ones in a while, so I'm just not sure I can really commit to a number. But I would say top 3 for sure.
Yeah. It's going to be
That's
hard
fair.
to beat the Morgan Elsbeth opening episode, though. Just for
Yeah.
Grievous.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to beat that.
Yeah. Well, audience, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Animal Squadron. If you want to be a part of this conversation, you can email us at animalsquadron@gmail.com. Again, that is animalsquadron@gmail.com. And if you can leave us a review wherever you're listening, that would be amazing. For the Animal Squadron, this has been MotherGoose.
And HouseDog.
And Lowtech Tuck.
Goodbye, everybody.
Adios.
Goodbye, friends. Except for you darn, rotten, no good, circuits hanging out the back of your head, red-eye clankers.